Hey everyone, welcome back. This is our Indie Game Studios Quarter 1 update for 2025. What we've built and what we've learned. I'll give you a quick rundown. 2025 started off strong for our Indie Game Studio with big shifts across multiple projects. Here's everything we worked on in the last 3 months. So Willful, our big Souls-like, was winding down. Castellon is a new base building game, mini RTS. We just started, and we've picked up Luffy Homebound, our cozy adventure once again. So stick around to the end. I'll give you a sneak peek of what's coming up next month. All right, in January, we had a fresh start to the year. We were winding down Willful. All of those learnings you can find in another video. Check it out if you've got time. Long story short, we learned a whole bunch. Parked the project, waiting for a longer financial runway. We gained a whole bunch of tech and pipeline learning. So from Blender to Substance Painter into Unreal, Materials, Shader and Code. We transferred all of those skills into a tighter, more focused project that we aimed to finish within 6 months. And so Castellon came to life. We have an original vision and new set of mechanics. I've always been inspired by base builders, and I've played a ton of tower defense games all the way back to Warcraft mods. If you remember those in the day, those were the rage. And I wanted to incorporate my love of some Dota mechanics. I thought, what better game is there than to combine all of these with a dash of casual controller first gameplay? Right. Then in February, we restarted development on Luffy Homebound, bringing in all the tech, all the lessons that we'd learned over the last year in Castellon and Willful. Some of the new improvements include a tighter scope and a completely new feel. If you have a look at Luffy's older style versus the newer style, you'll notice it's a much cleaner look. The outlines pop, there are smaller details present, and I had to remove some of the noisier high geometry environmental features like grass and individual leaves on trees. But as a result, the whole thing looks a lot cleaner, more simplified, easy to understand. I also noticed through playtesting that some players were getting lost, but it's not necessarily all that fun to be walking around a forest, passing the same tree 5 times over, and wondering, where the hell am I supposed to be going? So we incorporated a quest system with sticker rewards. With the help of all the new learning that I picked up in Castellon from the common UI in Unreal, this thing was a breeze. And I think we did a pretty good job at explaining and connecting the story so that you can keep track of what's going on. And so March rolled around, we started to make a big pivot. Castellon shifted from a fixed base building or base revealing game into a fully customizable base building system. What was discovered was that it was a lot more fun to be able to build your buildings anywhere you like and in any order and in any shape or form. So that was a bit of a challenge. We had to make a big pivot mid-development. Luckily, we weren't so far in that I managed to pull it off. And I think that the results speak for themselves. You can really make your base just the way you like it. Working on both Luffy and Castellon simultaneously has been fairly challenging. However, good planning and adequate rest has made things a lot easier. I might go into another video later on how I organize my day. So we're hoping for an early demo build for both projects by next Fest June. Keep an eye out for those. On the business side, we also started up our publisher search and marketing. This is where things get really interesting and new for us. Over the years, we've worked with publishers who've always helped us with the marketing side, but this time doing it ourselves has been quite a challenge. We've put together assets, trailers, screenshots, Steam page, cut up animations, snippets, short form and long form. So it's not just a learning curve, but it's been fun. And what's come out of it? Well, we have had previous relationship. Whilst funding is still one of those elusive things that we haven't managed to solve, I can say that we've garnered some interest on Castellon and we've signed a deal. And whilst I can't go into details, I did promise a little sneak peek of what's to come. So we'll probably break down a video on how we managed to put together a publishing deal. So it's been pretty exciting last 3 months. The biggest takeaways are winding down an old project, starting a new project, and restarting an old project. Next month, I'll put together a progress update, get that out to you. Check it out. Make sure you keep an eye out for that. And more out marketing efforts. It's super helpful if you manage to give us a like. It helps the algorithm and pushes out the message further for us. So thank you. Let me know in the comments, which part of indie dev do you find the most challenging? I'll see if I can put together another video on that. And if you like what you're seeing so far, check out one of these videos. That's all I've got for now. Bye.